And good evening. Good afternoon. Sorry. Welcome to the stock. My name is Jordan Luke, and I am accompanied by. Good to be here, and we are now ready for the commencement of the beginning of the Port Michel versus LA Stars football match this afternoon. Also, before we even begin, I would like to warn and apologize in case you hear any fruitful language. The fans are here, and they are very pumped. They have been here since 2 o'clock. They have been shouting and screaming. Nobody on the field is warming. It's going to be a highly contested. The Port Michel team is currently in first place, tied with the Midland United on 4 points. So this is. Unfortunately, the LA Stars had some points deducted because Trey Douglas was an illegal player.
Wow.
So they lost the points for the game that they won against the Midland.
Yeah.
They could not.
That's right.
Benjamin is starting, and when he came in, we muted, right? The officials will be Matthew as the referee. We have Caesar as the fourth official. Ellison is assistant 1, and we have Sean as assistant 2.
Two. That is my mic. Yeah.
Baptist, Blake Sarah, Fitz, and just to make a note from the last game, sorry to cut you off, Darrell, we have Perry Charles moving to the bench and also Luciano Roberts moving to the bench. So apparently they have made some changes on the game.
The game of Jordan.
Of
course. They start with Paris Prince, Rick Blaise, Patrick Phillip, Cheston Prosper, Isaiah Pascal, Aldin Graham, Kieran George, Deron James, Denley Joseph, Kevin George, and Randall Esprit keeping. And they're off. We're seeing some really early control by number 6. That's Kieran George of LA Stars.
He is actually a player. He scored a goal in their last game. He is a player who can be very influential as the game goes on, but he has to be on the ball. He has to receive the ball. They have to play him in. And the last game he was playing as a right back. It seems he's playing centre back today. And number 4 for the LA Stars, that is Rick Blaise. Yes, this is one of their key players. And I think without Trey Douglas, he's a player we definitely have to keep an eye on.
And right now we're getting ready for another kickoff by number 8. Number 6.
And that ball is dealt with rather easily by the Port Michel team, and but LA Stars have been able to get that back to the goalkeeper. It's another lovely evening lovely. I keep saying evening.
A bit ahead of yourself, John.
Well, today I have no problems.
That's right.
Because we have
one. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So it's all lies. It's a lot affair. However, it's Port Michel FC and LA Stars FC. Yes. Hopefully we have a good game. I mean, these are two very strong physical teams. I expect to see some 90-minute football, meaning that I don't expect any one of the teams to fade. You know.
So far, we're seeing quite a bit of possession from LA Stars.
LA Stars
dominance over the ball.
LA Stars is a team that usually dominates the game. They usually play some very quick attacking, physical football. You know, they are a team that tends to want to be on the ball and press the game. But here you have some nice bit of possession being shown by the Point Michel team, and that's a lovely through ball being played. However,
Kicked back away from the goalkeeper.
well, the goalkeeper read the game excellently and
He
he
did.
came out
He did.
to stop the play. But here you have Fitzroy, Benjamin. And the boy just was not able to find
Easily
him.
stolen.
But it was still in. And here we have, is that off? Yes, and the player is onside. And here we have the number 7 attacking, and here we go across.
And then stopped by the goalkeeper. But he really did make the attempt. And again, we see another interception by number 6. Kieran George seems to have some early dominance of the ball. He's not shying away from it at all, Jordan.
No, he, as I said, he is a player who is important to the team. He plays well. And here's another player who always plays well for the LA Stars. And here you have him playing a 1-2, but that seems to have just rolled out.
Chester Prosper was definitely starting. He was starting an offense there. He sent the ball and he was trying to get ready for it.
The 1-2 didn't work out as it should have.
Yes. Yeah.
He should have been, the play should have been a bit more, the ball should have been more in front of him. It just did not work. But it seems we have a third person
we
on
do.
commentary. How are you, my good friend?
Yes, good afternoon to
Good to have you.
listeners out there. My name is Alicia Prince. I'll be assisting my great compatriots.
Good to have you, man.
And just in case you don't know, Alicius is a very important man to the Dominica Football Association. He usually transports our players from the east side, and here we have Bert and cleared by LA Stars. So Alicius, what do you think so far? What do you think of the game?
Well, I can see the game is playing with great intent. It is trying to prove to be something that everyone is expecting, you know. Both teams coming out for the points, and they are really
Any players you're
having
looking?
things going on right now.
Any players you're looking forward to seeing play today, Alicia?
I have my eye on Cheston Prosper because
Right,
he's,
right.
he's one who trains with the national team, and unfortunately he didn't make this.
Right,
season.
yeah.
He has great talent, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to him doing something for his team.
And definitely, if there is a player who I would say embodies what the national team philosophy, heart, hard work, passion, then it's definitely Cheston. You know, you will in the second half expect him, if the game is close, expect to see Cheston playing defense.
That's right.
He will do that to support his team.
That's
And here we have the LA Stars on a breakaway, and that was a lovely piece, some play to get the ball forward, but the ball is played into Jean-Claude, and he easily wins the ball.
Deron James again trying to get that possession for his team, trying to get that early goal.
It's important to apply early pressure. I think Alicius knows that early pressure and early goals does influence the game. If you get an early goal, you're in control.
That is so true. That is so true. You can get goals when the game just starts. You can get the goal just before the halftime interval, when the second half commences, and just before the 90 minutes. These are the crucial times to get goals and to play with great intensity.
And I think it's only fair that we do note that we did concede an early goal in the second half against the Dominican Wednesday night, and that was actually our downfall. That's the only goal we conceded, you know. So early goals in a period or in a framework or late in the frame, they are important.
That is true.
And both teams, here's Jante Kazimi again, going, trying to get onto the end of the long ball, and referee Matthew says no foul. But here we have a supporter who says that ball should have been played across. Do any of you agree that ball could have come across?
I think
Or
the
the shot
opening
was-
was there. The opening was there, but it was hard to figure that out. I think it's an understandable mistake, honestly.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was just a weak shot, a weak effort.
Exactly.
But the shot was on target, however.
It was on target, however. And that's another misplaced pass by Darius Prince. He has capabilities, but he needs to do much better when he has the ball in his feet. Needs to take his time, needs to settle down and just compose himself. And I can see that the team is playing a back four. Trying to keep the shape. The Point Michel team looking to build up some play, and that's a lovely Freddy through ball, and the player tried to get it and he pulls the trigger, but seamlessly wide.
Okay.
But there was a deflection, and we have a corner kick being signaled by well, it's Officer Matthew, but right now it's referee Matthew.
That's true.
And I must say that Matthew would know this LA Stars team very well. He does play for the police team. And I did mention at the beginning of the season, in the playoffs, in the first division playoffs, when the LA Stars played the police, Matthew was actually the only player for the police team who was not laying on the ground at halftime.
Show some stamina, show some endurance.
Well, the officers of the law showed in that game that they are ready to serve and protect. And I think Matthew is very fit. If you notice, Matthew never really runs too quickly as the referee. However, he's always in position. He's always right there.
Relax, remember we continue to observe the health protocol.
And there you have number 6 making a tackle again. Influential as always.
I mean, Kieran George has been doing his best to get his foot on the ball at every chance he can.
At the end of the match, we'll have the man of the match.
I think he's done a very good
Today,
job
sponsored by
throughout the season.
the Dominica Football Association and Vidian.
LA Stars FC looking to build from the back.
TV.
Denley passing down the left to Kevin George. Passes to Rick. And Rick looking to slow down the play. Puts up his head. He finds Isa. And
Very early in the first half of play.
That's a nice interception there by the Point Michel FC holding midfielder.
But that interception was made by Fitzroy, and then you have the lovely defensive work being done by Burke, and the ball is picked up by Shemaiah. But Jante was unable to connect. We have the supporters telling the team that the flank should be played.
And Jordan, as I noticed that striker Bert Kazimi is on the left side
Well, he seems
of the
to
pitch.
He's
What do
here
you think
now.
of that?
Well, he was the one who actually made the defensive effort in the last play, and he was actually able to. He was open, and I think that was where the comment came from. That they wanted to see the ball come to the side because Bert was open. It was an easier pass. It was a straight pass. He had no defenders on him. Bert has also made the through ball, the flick through ball with the back heel, Zlatan style. Earlier in the game, that was Bert as well. So I guess playing the ball through Bert is a good idea.
He does seem to have good possessive skill. He's able to control the ball when he has it.
He is a very, I think, effective player. He is able to keep control in tight spaces. And here we have Jean-Claude playing the ball across to Shem. And we have the Port Michel team trying to build up again.
So far, it seems both defensively and offensively, the teams are equally matched. Equal opportunities to the goal without any goals on target yet.
And I can see the Point Michel team trying to play the ball over the top. And we have Shamir Dangaben, and that's a lovely tackle by Darius Prince. Clean tackle.
That was just wonderful.
Lovely, lovely. Great defending by the LA Stars.
And it was the reaction. And that was a play in transition. In transition, where you lose the ball and you go from attacking to defense to attack, that is where normally you give up goals. And you could see the player ensuring that, you know what, he dealt with that. Right. We're not giving up any goals. Corner kick, everybody can reset. And here we have the corner coming in.
Kicked away by Kieran George again. Both offensive and defensive stuff. He's not letting his team down at all at the moment.
However, I think the LA Stars are a bit weak in coming out, because now if you notice, if that ball had come back, because of the lack of what word can I use, urgency to come out from the box, the ball could have came back in and all the Port Michel players would have been on side.
And right there we have Bert Kazimi with a lovely nutmeg on his man and tries to play the ball across, but
unable.
Misplays his pass.
I think that's the best part of Bert's game. He always tries to bring others into the game.
And he used that as an advantage for a few seconds there.
And then you have Kalai winning the ball back, and then you have a shot. Is it on target?
And it's a lovely save.
Into a nice save in the top corner.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought that was a weak effort, but then it proved to be very dangerous for the keeper, and he had to be on his toes there.
Yeah, no, he did. He gauged it, and he realized he did have to make the jump.
Yes.
Donet Ferdinand. I think this is a player who they transferred from St. Martin. So this is a player who has been exposed to a different system.
Okay, and showing a while ago that he has great potential for his team.
Definitely. I think he and in the last game as well, he was a player. Ooh.
But Kazimi getting a free header there, but just couldn't put it on target.
And once again, he's there. He's there to make the attempt.
But it's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very.
Very, very, very dangerous.
You know, like the Joker? Like Batman never gave the Joker a chance. You cannot give Bert a chance. Bert will finish you. Bert will finish you. But again, if you notice, it seems that he's not really in form because he did not start the last game. And, you know, they were a bit hesitant to use him. But Bert is a player, and, Rick Blair is just missing out on that.
Just missed out. Rick Blair just missing that great opportunity to get to the goal.
But if it's one thing I always like, and Bert again with the nice control, but the ball is played out there by number 13.
Darius Prince.
He was the one who also made the recovery tackle a few moments ago.
Yes.
So Darius he seems to be having an okay game so far.
Decent game so far.
Which
But
is good.
I think he panicked there because he just kicked the ball. He didn't look. Just took it out of harm's way.
Playing safe.
Yes.
I think playing safe is a good motive to have. If you don't play the game safe and you take more risk than necessary, you can give up some unnecessary chances.
That's true. Yeah. And Napoli looking to go long, but stopped, and then we have Darius as the last man giving another clearance there again. And Napoli looking to build up. And that's a lovely threaded pass, and we have Isa on his bike, busting down the left, and the goalkeeper rushes out and gets it clear.
A bit surprised that the goalkeeper was coming out there.
He took the chance.
I'm surprised he got there that quickly. And I'm not going to say anymore.
I observed that the goalkeeper is probably a great reader of the game.
He is, actually. He is. Usually, his saves are very simple.
And
He has made a save, yes.
And we did see him do some good saves last week, Jordan.
Exactly. He never really seems pressed. You know, which is, I think, a good goalkeeper makes any team better.
Yeah.
And he has proved that once again. Just want to say a good afternoon to the members of the Wayne George Football Academy. Always locked in and listening. Thank you. And here we have young Bernard again, and that's a nice attempt. But the play has fizzled out. The player was unable under the pressure from the La Plaine defense. He was unable to keep possession of the ball. And here we have the team building up again. And lovely. And the ball is played forward. But John Claude, as usual, is there. And
doing up the dirty work there for the Point Michel FC. And
then we have the ball being played with the outside of the foot, but as usual.
We have a clearance finding Deron James, and he's
going
down and he beats his man. No. Well, he tried to beat his man, but he was unlucky.
Good defense. Very good defense.
But Kazimi looking to play 1-2. Didn't get it back, but his player still has the ball, and he lost out to some great defending. And we have Rick Blaise looking to beat his man and trying to buy a free kick, but the referee was having none of that.
I think Jante Kazimi made an error there. That was a ball. I mean, you could hear Bert from our position saying back heel, and there were a few other positions, and here you have Bert again.
Bert attempts to beat out his man, but he just cannot make it.
And here you have the next player. However,
it's a lovely block.
Lovely defense, I must agree. And the ball is crossed. Played across the box. Shemaiah to Dexter, and
boy, that's a nice save.
Really dexterous saves from this goalkeeper. This goalkeeper is not afraid to make the jump. He's not afraid to make the dive to stop the ball.
He seems to have injured himself though.
And that was a lovely layoff there for a second. No.
I think Shemaiah made the smart play. He played the ball early. He did not put too much force into it. However, what do you think of the shot? That was well placed.
I mean,
the shot was.
The goalkeeper had to go into the corner. He can't even get up. He's a bit injured after having to go all the way down.
He had the keeper there at full stretch, and the keeper looked like he have a shoulder injury.
Be playing their second qualifier, FIFA World Cup qualifier tomorrow against Panama. That game begins at 4 o'clock. It will be carried live on Flow TV channel 196. And those of you who have DG 196, according to the message sent out by Flow today. Channel 196, not like last week 190. And also it will be on DigiPlay again 308.
All right, we seem to have a clean bill of health, and the keeper's getting, seems back on his feet.
Corner was played short, but that was very poor.
Another dexterous save from.
Do you believe it's the sun in the keeper's eyes, Jordan, that's hindering him? Because he keeps putting his hand above his...
He's shading his eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, when the ball is, depending on the angle the ball is coming from, and you turn to the sea and the sun is in your eyes, you have to cover your eyes. That is one of the most difficult parts of playing or officiating at Stock Farm. The sun is like eye level.
Yes.
So it can be a bit difficult.
And LA Stars FC looking to break with Kevin, but he was well
Very good
defended
defense
there.
being played there by the Port Michel team. I think both teams seem to be playing a very compact game. If you notice, there isn't 50 meters between the two teams. Like from centre back to centre back, it's actually about 30 meters. It's a very short.
It has been very compact.
Yes.
So I think it's a very to break down the other team is going to have to be a very tactical game. Teams are going to have to play smart, and he saw the switch, but it did not get
Saw it, but he couldn't make that pass.
But then you have Cheston playing the ball into number 7. Number 7 is Deron James, and he was fouled, and here we have the play being restarted.
Alden Graham looking to play over the top to find Cheston, and Cheston through, and he takes a shot.
And he goes for the goal.
But did you notice what the keeper did? When he saw that the ball was going wide. He knew he had his near post, his far post protected. He put his hands down, and here we have a breakaway. And the ball is being held up and played back. I think so far, the play isn't bad. There are just some passes that are being missed. Possession being given away too easily.
And Kevin finds Deron James on top of the 18, and he takes a shot.
It's wide. It's too high. But he goes for the goal. Would you say he was under significant pressure under that one?
Yes, he was. However, he did make a good attempt.
He still managed to pull the trigger.
Still managed to pull the trigger.
Compared to some of the shots we see that go into Yampis or the Brewer standards, this one basically went and came back. And we have a wayward ball being played to Shemaiah and a throw in to the LA Stars.
Do you think, Jordan, both teams need to compose themselves a bit more so they can at least get, let's say, like 10 passes, 15 passes
There's a high rate of turnover
among themselves?
There seems to be a high rate of turnover.
I do think that just as a general note, teams in Dominica don't possess the ball enough. I don't think it's something that is trained. And it's not a knock on any one team because you can see it throughout all the teams.
Yeah. And
passes tend to be too soft. They don't tend to be accurate. You don't really find players jamming the ball into feet, to use the term. But like that pass right there from Jean-Claude, it was a clearance, but you don't see firm passes like that being played on a regular. And that in itself, I think...
And Point Michel through, and it's Kalai with his left, and he miskicked the ball, and that was a golden opportunity to at least he could have gotten a shot on target, and he missed that.
I must say that it seems like we have a lot of dolphin or otters season.
That was a huge letter for the LA Stars FC, whose defense was just asleep.
Can you remember seeing that in the game on Wednesday? I think they call it a doad now. I think that was a classic dolphin attempt.
And that was certainly the best chance of the game, Jordan, missed by Kalai.
And here we have
But Kazime.
I mean, the goalkeeper he was ready for that. He was ready for any opportunity, and he saw what Bert was going to do, and he stopped it immediately in his tracks. We cannot detract from how Bert
being
takes the attempt.
frustrated with Cheston because Cheston didn't make the move apparently that he wanted him to make. And Point Michel FC knocking the ball very well.
Next again, Fitzroy. I think Fitzroy has made a big difference to Point Michel in the defensive midfield position. He has been able to get the ball taken right there. You had John Claude winning the ball, and he was able to play the simple pass, and then Fitzroy played the ball back to Shem, who now heads the ball back to the goalkeeper, and
that was really a mismatch there.
Well, I think it is, but when a team comes in with a short striker, I think you can expect mismatches.
Especially from the aerial point of view.
Yes, definitely. And there you you have
And
Bert
Bert
winning the
gets
play
his head up.
and making a lovely through ball.
And Samuel lays it back. And oh, another chance goes
Into the
begging
goalkeeper's
for the Point Michel FC team.
I think young Donnet is having quite a good game. That was a very nice attempt. And even on the shot, he was actually wide open.
And LA Stars front goal with Isaiah Pascal taking the shot and he kicks it wide. He really went for power, no placement.
And if you can see, the goalkeeper primed this team for that counter attack.
He should have taken the ball at least a few more yards into the 6-yard.
Lovely through ball being played by Donnet on to Shemaya. And here is Bert calling, but we're not going to say that was poor. We're just going to say that cross was a little Brooks. You know, it's mid-month and he can't go to the movies. But here you have LA Stars on the counter-attack and looking very promising. What can they create? A corner kick, apparently.
We are really seeing some end-to-end stuff here, Jordan.
Yes, I think because of how compact both teams play, we will see a very tight game. I only expect the game to open up really during transition because both teams are not given that space to really break away. The offside lines are both very high and very tidy, I must say. The offside lines in the middle of the field, both teams are playing the line very well. But the corner comes in and is cleared and the ball played on by Jante to Butts, but however, Butts could not keep the ball in play and then you have the ball being played out to Young Prosper, but straight to Aki. Plays, restarting again. But then what you see happening, and Alicious, correct me if I'm wrong, the Port Michel team just lost the ball. Everybody just stood still. No one tried to regain a defensive position. They were not even trying to win back the ball. What do you think of that?
It's almost as if they just want to be in attack mode all the time.
And if something goes wrong, and that was a lovely dummy being played back.
And the pass was too hard. And Shamia gets it. He's onside and he makes a beautiful cross, but the pass was too hard. And then we have a clearance by Darius Prince from that right back position.
And you have a throw in to the Port Michel team. However, there was maybe a question of offside on that play.
I was looking at the official to have raised his flag, but I guess he saw.
And then you have a lovely ball being played.
Oh!
The attempt by Bert, he goes for it. I mean, aggressive play, he's always there and ready for the opportunity.
But I think in that situation, functional and effective would have been a lot better than spectacular.
That's very, very, very true.
Straight into the
That's
corner
true. That's true.
a lot better.
That's
because
true.
The score would have been for sure.
But
I don't think the goalkeeper would have made a save.
It was a great opportunity.
I can remember a few seasons ago that Bert Kazimi got a chance, that same chance at Dubla, and he came up with something real spectacular. I think that was the goal of the season, and knowing that he done that in the past, he thought that he could have done it here today.
And here you have Prosper with some lovely play to create a chance, but there you have Shem again with the lovely defensive work. And I think young Prosper for the LA Stars team is showing himself as he normally does. Chester is always a player who shows up. You know, I must say he's like Coca-Cola. Always there when you need it. Sometimes your day going bad. Sometimes, you need some help when you're studying.
And that was a lovely header from Aldin Graham, and that was an even better save by the goalkeeper from Point Michel FC.
I think if we had made a bet before that happened, would the goalkeeper be as agile to make that save? I think I just win $1 million.
For some reason, I believe it. For some reason.
I would have taken $10 a better. I feel I would have made $1 million. But I think, again, as we said, the goalkeeper is always aware. He's always ready. He's always prepared.
That's right. That's right.
Good job. So again, prepared players do good things. I think this is a very good player. I would like to see him training with the national team. Hakim John Baptist. Definitely. I think young Hakim needs to be training with the Premier team. Well, with the
no, the corner taken and it's cleared this time. by the Point Michel defense, and Darius regains possession. He beats his man, looking to go down the center, and tries a long-range effort from at least 45, 40 yards.
I think that's just, for the distance, there was not enough power. And then you have a long ball being played out to Bert. But again, lovely recovery from the LA Stars.
It looks like the LA Stars team is not allowing. They're not allowing Bert to get too much handle over there. They don't want him to get on his feet. Brave move by the goalkeeper, wouldn't you say?
But again, the goalkeeper won the ball, yeah?
I think the goalkeeper is having a tremendous game so far.
Really?
His awareness is on point.
He's reading up the game.
He's on point, yeah.
He's like another defender. And then you have the ball being flicked on by Bert. But Jante was just a little bit too slow in reacting, so he was not there. I must say though, I have expected more from number 9 Jante Kazini. I have seen him play in youth divisions and in previous seasons.
And Shamia Dangaben onside, looking to go one-on-one with his keeper, and it's another team effort. What did he do here? He tried to play it across, or did he take a shot?
I think he was trying to get to that open man was getting there, but the angle was awfully wrong. Straight to goalkeeper's hand.
Acute.
Well, the thing is,
Long-range effort and just wide.
The run from young Kazimi was completely off, so to speak. He was always behind the defender. There was never a clear line between him and his attacker on his right hand side. So the attacker had to play the ball into the space when he saw that he was not making a move. But by that time, the ball goes straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You know, young Kazimi was in a position that if the goalkeeper had missed, he would have had a tapping, but it was not to be. And then you have a lovely ball being played in.
And Deron James in possession. Player signaling for a possible penalty.
And then you have the crossfield pass being played. And Shemaya is now on the ball. Can he find a teammate?
Point Michel in possession.
Running on, but very strong defense being played there by
Darius Prince, number 13.
Yes, I think he's having a very good game.
He's having a very decent game.
But would you say, Alicious, that the defenders are outshining the attackers on both teams? The defense and the goalkeepers. I think they are quite, they're putting the attackers in the shape.
To some extent, yeah. But what I noticed for the past 5 minutes, the two frontmen for the LA Stars FC, they are really moving the defenders for the Point Michel team all over the place. It's like they're almost disrupting their play. So we have Kalai trying to keep it tight, and we have Deron moving him all over and trying to see if he gets him to make a mistake.
Deron has been making that attempt for sure.
Yes.
And then if you notice on the last through ball that was played into the forward, you had Cheston making a run across the right back, and the player who received the ball making a pass across to the left back. The entire Point Michel team seemed to focus, but then we have a ball being played up and
Can he get it? And the keeper plucks it out of the air.
That would have been an own goal.
People are impressed. People are impressed with the keeper.
I think you should be. He was under pressure, and he still caught the ball over his shoulder.
That's true. That's true.
With the sun in his eyes also.
We can't forget that part. We can't forget that part.
And I think as just in general, so far the keepers have both keepers.
Both of them.
Having a good game.
So
Yeah.
far, if I had to pick an early man of the match contender, I think both goalkeepers have made a goal saving.
That's true. I have to agree with that.
They have kept the scores, they have kept the sheets clean. So I definitely think the goalkeepers are the ones who are keeping the game tight. But here we have the ball coming forward down the left side. And crossfield pass being played again, but
Poorly aimed.
executed.
That's right.
Fitzroy again with the control. And the ball is played into Bert. What is going to happen?
We have Bert looking to beat his man.
1, 2.
He
He
makes
gets
pass.
it
He
back
makes
and
the
he's
pass. Can
onside. And Bert, he misses.
Just above. Bert just misses. Possibly the easiest goal of the game thus far.
That has
Misses
to be the miss of the season.
I mean, it was.
And Bert misses another golden opportunity to give his team the lead, and he just
The disappointment.
skied his effort. You can see the disappointment on his face, the way he's going back You can see he's looking sad, he's down, he's out, he's hurt.
The disappointment on him is obvious and clear.
I apologize, or if you heard anything you may have not wanted to. Again, the fans are very upset. I think that was a very... I think there's no way to describe that. You know, my mother always said, if your friends hurt you like that, you get new friends. But you cannot get new birds. And I guess we have to go again. Water under the bridge, as my friend Gavin would say. And we're going again, but that was a very bad...
I mean, you could see the disappointment on Bert's face. He knew he let his team down. He knew he let his community down on that one.
I think he let the whole constituency down.
And he was onside indeed.
Yeah,
he was being played onside by Darius Prince.
His setup to get to the goal was great.
And that was similar to the goal that Dominica conceded against Dominican Republic. You had one player dropping too deep, and when the header came in, he played the goal scorer onside.
Yeah.
And here you have it again, the ball was played through, but we have a free kick. Can Cheston create? What is going to happen? Easy clearance by Shem, and a field goal by the Port Michel player. And we have a goal kick to...
I mean, Alicia, Jordan, do you think they can continue to create opportunities like that to get Bert in front of the goalkeeper to score like that? Because, I mean, that was a golden opportunity. Can they do something like that again?
Well, in football, anything is possible, and we do have that saying. Well, we use it for cricket, but then we still say it for football: drop catches, lose matches. So I believe if he keeps on doing this and things don't work out, then LA Stars FC's.
Oh, Cheston just misses it.
No. Fitzroy made a goal-saving block. That was an excellent block, but a goal kick is out. I guess they saw a double deflection, but I clearly saw the block being made by Fitzroy. So I'm not going to say it's a goal kick.
What do you see, Alicia?
A well-played ball, and the defender got the benefit of it all.
That is true.
Because that was an excellent block. He did a lot to come back, and I think Fitzroy is also having a good game. So here we are being corrected that it was not blocked. So I guess the pressure was pipes. So Cheston just backfire a little bit there. His exhaust.
But I am quite pleased so far with both teams looking to get that goal, that first goal.
Yeah. I think both teams are pressing very hard to ensure that they take the early command of the game.
Well, John, how long do you think they can continue this pressure that does not yield results?
And that's a lovely pass, and we have Bert through on goal.
Will he go for himself? And that stops.
Oh, and Bert not having the best of games so far.
I think the final ball is eluding him. The shots on goal. He had the easy pass, the easy goal we just saw, the easy attempt. He had the header earlier on. So it seems that Bert he's in the game. He's creating, but he's unable to finish.
He's working tirelessly, so maybe he could have gotten a dead leg there. He seems a bit lethargic on that run there.
But as I was saying earlier, it does seem that he may be carrying an injury or something. Is not. Ooh.
That's a lovely control turn. Looks to be his man. Deron James on his bike. And he slowed down, held up the play.
In the end, I think he should have just gone to the corner because he gave the defense a chance to trap him.
The supporting runner was a bit too close to him, so he couldn't have made that pass.
The supporting defender was in a great position.
Very good.
Baptiste, good afternoon, how are you? Just saying hello to the lovely people at Cochrane and the Midland United FC. They're a team who I think we should look out for, but they're not playing here right now. So we are going to refocus to the game. And here we have a tussle near the corner flag on the far side, but no call being made by official Matthew, and the game is allowed to play on.
And both players just left the ball thinking that it went outside.
Well, here you actually have referee Ellison. His flag went up, it went down, it went back up because I guess he assumed the referee didn't see him, but his flag should have never gone down.
Should have kept it up, yeah, until the referee.
Until he was seen by the referee.
Yeah.
However, the correct decision is made, and I guess we are going to have that story the team as you have.
And we going down into halftime any moment now?
Yes, halftime should be approaching very soon. We're in the 37th minute of the game, and hopefully we'll be able to see a goal before the halftime interval. I think both teams have played very well.
Definitely there will be goals, it's just a matter of when.
I think both teams have attacked very well. There have been
Both teams have
Both
created
goalkeepers
chances,
have been quite excellent.
made some brilliant saves.
I think the final touches are what we are lacking. And then we have been keeping possession.
And he just shrugged off the defender.
Strong football, as we say, but
What
the
another
final pass is just a little bit wayward. And I must say, I do like this about the LA Stars football. They are very patient. They take their time. They don't rush.
Oh, and the back pass just being too hard for the goalkeeper. So it went out for a needless corner. And that can spell danger.
Do you think the defender could have done better then?
He could have done much better. He could just take his time, compose himself, and just play it back for his keeper, because he realized his keeper was flat, but then I guess he was in panic mode. And he still played that pass wide and hard. Almost impossible for the keeper to retrieve.
Lovely Saturday afternoon here at the Stock Farm Complex. And just to remind you, it's the Point Michel FC versus the LA Stars FC. We have a very tightly contested game, and the corner kick is taken. What can Rick Blaise do?
Amazing stuff.
That was a great effort there by Kevin George. And another big save by the goalkeeper.
Hakim John Baptist stretching his hand out, barely getting it. I mean, really hats off to Hakim John Baptist, who has been doing some fantastic goalkeeping.
So far he's having a man of the match performance.
Really, truly great. That was an on-target goal, Jordan.
That was definitely going to be a win. Again, if before the game I would have had a bet that the goalkeeper would have made 3 David De Gea saves, I would win $1 million by now.
A few million.
Smiling all the way to the back. And then you have some lovely
It stops the man from getting onside with the goal again. Number 16 controlling that ball and trying to get down to
releases there on James, who's looking to pull the trigger, and he kicks it wide.
And the defenders are not giving them opportunity.
Well, I just think right there you had an opportunity for the player to ensure that was on target. Shots on target can score. Shots off target never score. And he just, again, a bit too excited, too anxious, and he just hit that one wide.
It seems as though the guys have left home their shooting boots. Hey, Jordan.
Well, as a coach who believes that goals win games, I think you can leave home your pants, but not your shooting boots.
Not your shooting boots.
Not your shooting boots, man. Let the referee say, hey, you can't play in that. No. You have to have the uniform. You know, but I think, and then we have John Tekazimi.
He beats Darius quite easily, and it's another spectacular save.
Is he looking there?
And the keeper stayed down.
Randall Esprit as the goalkeeper.
Randall Esprit looking to be down with an injury. But it was another brilliant save.
Anytime you get your crown jewels involved in protecting the goal, you know that goal is very important.
Check.
And here you have Randall, and you know this is the second time Randall has had to make a save and could not get up after.
He's taking a beating so far.
I think whilst we have Hakim looking very David De Gea-like in the Point Michel goal, we have young Randall looking very Tim Krul-ish in the LA Stars goal, he seems very flimsy, but he is making the saves, which is important.
And he's making some great save from point blank, mark you.
Point blank, you know.
Point blank.
And even the one where he damaged his shoulder earlier on, I mean, to go into the corner from the banana shot, the ball is going away from you, and he got it, his hand right in the corner.
Still managed.
Gentlemen, looks like the medic is trying to determine whether or not he will get back on his feet.
I think he just needs a little time. With these kind of injuries, you know, time is the only healer, and he has to be allowed to work for the pain.
Yeah, both teams getting a water break. Do you think that they deserve a water break?
Fella, the sun hot, you know.
He seems to be getting back to his feet.
And FIFA has said, I mean, at 85 degrees and higher, which is Celsius, which is basically what it's about now. Physiologically, your body is going to deteriorate faster because of the heat. If you rehydrate, take a break and come back, the intensity of the game stays higher.
That's true.
So, and football is described as the beautiful game. So if the beautiful game have tired players, not ugly.
Yeah.
Randall Esprit seems to be back on his feet now. He's stretching out. He looks like he's ready to go, guys.
I saw him doing some pretty
Aerobic
activities there. And you know, that is the stretch I was told. You know, when you get that very painful blow, you know, you have to stretch the groin. And here we have the ball being thrown out. And we are back.
Rolls to Darius, who is looking to go upfield, and he passes to Deron James, who has been running continuously.
And
He beats his man and whips in across.
Shem Deluge again with the lovely defensive work, and then follows it up with another. And Dylan Carlisle with a lovely control and turn in the midfield, and he's pressing forward. What can he do?
And the keeper spotted, the referee rather spotted a foul.
Well, I think that was a late challenge.
Yes.
The ball had already gone.
Yes.
I'm questioning Alicious. Yes or no? Yes or no? What do you think? In that play there?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so too.
Indeed.
Indeed. And here we have the player pointing. But we have another misstrucken ball.
And you can hear the fans criticizing him.
But I think that's unjust though, because he has made a few very good defensive plays in transition and in organized defense. He has also played a few excellent balls over the top.
But
Yes.
even he seemed embarrassed about that. Fernandez, he smiled coyly. He knew he messed up on that one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll try to redeem himself.
Yeah. I think you just need to keep saying that no one is perfect, but he will try his utmost best.
Yep. I think it could have been better, but always could have. And water under the bridge, and we keep going.
But Michel looking to play 1-2.
And lovely control by Jante. I think that is some of his best play for the game. And the back heel is played.
The back heel.
But it was well read by Patrick Phillip, the LA Stars defender.
I think the LA Stars defense, Kieran George and Patrick, they are really having a good game. Besides for a few opportunities on set plays and transitional plays, I think when they are organized and the two of them are next to each other, they have kept Port Michel at bay.
Yeah, and it's quite right to say that the coach of the LA Stars FC are looking up to them to hold that back line and to keep things.
And we are into additional time. There should only be a few minutes or seconds left to go in this opening half. It has been a very tightly contested game, guys. Both keepers have had to make some excellent saves. I think one thing I have an issue with is that we tend not to use the term world class when referring to Dominican football, because it's Dominican. But
and Kevin makes a good cross, and Isaac got the ball, but it was another great save by the goalkeeper.
And that really shows some defense working together.
Yes.
The goalkeeper had done his job, and the defenders came in to finish it
Yes,
up.
yes.
Really good teamwork there.
But there again, the reading of the play.
That's right.
The goalkeeper saw there's only one player who can receive that ball. He came out.
That's right.
He pressured the ball, and the ball just hit him, and again he made it look easy. World class. And I was just making the point, we do not use that phrase. However, here it is. While I'm making the point, the goalkeeper make a world class save. I think Hakim John Baptiste has made a very early claim for man of the match. I think last time he felt he missed out. So today, he has come with a plan.
And looking to cement the spot.
Yeah, man. LA Stars is 3 and 4 them fellas scoring.
Yeah.
So today, man of the match is mine.
Yeah.
No goals for them. I think to be the goalkeeper who keeps the first clean sheet against the LA Stars, that should be commendable. And he has already, and here you are the third one. He has already made a hat-trick of saves. So if, again, I like to make the point, but if we're playing Premier League Fantasy, I have 1 point for the goalkeeper already. And here we have the ball being played out by LA Stars. What can they create?
Deron James looking to find Kevin, and again, we have Hakim John Baptiste being so composed.
That's the word. That really is the word. And that's the end of stoppage for the first half.
I think to end the first half, I think that was a very appropriate way. I think the best player of the first half making a decisive play to say like, hey, no. All you not going and get no opportunity there, give me that. Sure. I'm here, I'm in position, I'm ending the play and restarting for my team. So are you guys satisfied with what you saw in the first half?
I wouldn't say I'm fully satisfied because I mean everyone looks for goals in games, but I am satisfied to some extent.
I'm satisfied with the defense on either side. I think we see some really good defense, but the finishing on either side has been a bit lackluster.
Very poor.
I mean, we cannot forget that horrible miss by Bert Cassidy.
You mean the Brooks miss? The Brooks miss, yeah man.
I suspect he'll get some flack for messing up what could have been a game-changing goal.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
You cannot be less than 10 meters away from the goal and you're kicking the ball 3 yards over the bar. That's a really poor miss. And for a player of Bert's experience and quality, actually one of the team's top goal scorers.
Sure.
Historically, I expect you to score that.
Yeah, he should have capitalized on
and I mean, he did have a few other opportunities. Even the header that he had in the first half, I would have expected him to keep it down. When he went for the overhead kick, he actually took the ball off Shemaiah's head.
That's right.
So you have Bert as a player they expect to score, and he has been, I would say, letting the team down.
How much of this can we blame on the pressure that LA Stars is putting on Bert? They see him as a formidable attacker, striker who can actually get that goal. Are they applying more pressure on him than the other strikers? What do you think?
I think when he gets to the box, but if you notice, there are many times that Bert simply brushed off his defenders.
Yes.
I think Bert, what's the name of that place? Little Caesars? Because he handing out vegetables all over the place. You know, fellas coming to try and tackle him, and you know, he constantly putting them to shame. So in one aspect, I think Bert has been doing a very good job. He has kept the game ticking. He has kept his team's offense flowing. However, the final ball has been lacking.
Yes.
Severely.
Yes.
On the LA Stars side, I think because they only tend to get in the attacking third in transition.
Yes.
So it only seems like after they win the ball,
Sure.
they go forward.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they build up and they try to play that long ball forward, if the long ball doesn't connect, then they don't connect and they don't really have that flowing offense. I think they need Trey Douglas. But right now, we are going to take a quick commercial break, pay a few bills, say hello to our sponsors, and guys, we'll be back in a few minutes for the second half, correct?
Yeah.
Customers, now you get unlimited talk and more data with Flow's new value-loaded, always-on prepaid plans. And it gets better. Now until March 31st, activate any plan and get 2 times the data. Not a Flow customer? Switch now and get the 30-day plan for only $50 with 50 gigabits of data. That's just $1 a gig. Dial *129# now to activate a 1, 3, 7, or 30-day plan. Or visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, my name is Mr. Benji, cultural ambassador and lead singer for TK International. COVID-19 has hit my livelihood very hard. No large crowds means no shows. No live performances means no zero. I want to get back to doing what I love, to what you love. Let's get back to 13. I can only get back on stage if we all take the vaccine. Get back. Mr. Benji said so.
Your old tablet? That's so 2020. Get a Samsung A7 tablet from Flow for only $99 when you sign up for a new All-In or All-In Plus bundle. Enjoy faster broadband speeds to surf and stream, more TV channels in HD to stay entertained, and unlimited flow-to-flow fixed minutes to stay in touch with everyone you love. So sign up today for a new bundle from Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, my name is Glenson Prince, captain and goalkeeper of the Dominica men's senior national football team. We are off to play in the qualifying rounds of the 2022 World Cup. We've only been able to practice and prepare for this tournament by observing all safety protocols and because Dominica has done such a fantastic job in preventing the spread of COVID-19 here. We want to keep playing football, but without the restrictions of a pandemic. We want to get back to playing in front of large crowds. We want to play for you. Help us get back to full stadiums playing the greatest game on earth. Get back!
Take the vaccine. Take the vaccine. Take the vaccine. This is a message from Tasha P. and the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Dominica.
For a few seconds there, and then you have Carlisle winning the ball back, and then you have a shot. Is it on target? And
it's a lovely save.
Into fantastic nice save in the top corner.
For a second there, I thought that was a weak effort, but then it proved to be very dangerous for the keeper, and he had to be on his toes there.
Yeah, no, he did. He gauged it, and he realized he did have to make the jump.
Yes.
Donnet Ferdinand, I think this is a player who they transferred from St. Martin. So this is a player who has been exposed to a different system.
Okay, and showing a while ago that he has great potential for his team.
Definitely, I think he them.
Okay, and showing a while ago that he has great potential for his team.
Definitely, I think he and in the last game as well, he was a player. In the frame. They are important.
That is true.
And both teams, here's John Kazimi again, trying to get on to the end of the long ball, and referee Matthew says no foul.
Advantage for a few seconds there.
And then you have Carlisle winning the ball back, and then you have a shot. Is it on target?
And it's a lovely save.
Into fantastic a nice save.
Okay, and showing a while ago that he has great potential for his team.
Definitely, I think he and in the last game as well, he was a player.
Lovely block.
Lovely defense, I must agree. And the ball is crossed, played across the box, Shemaya to Dexter, and
that's a nice save.
Really?
Alden Graham looking to play over the top to find Cheston, and Cheston through, and he takes a shot.
He goes for the goal.
There are just some passes that are being missed. Possession being given away too easily.
And Kevin finds Deron James on top of the 18, and he takes a shot.
It's wide.
But you don't see firm passes that have been played on a regular. And that in itself, I think.
And Point Michel through, and it's Carlisle with his left, and he miskicked the ball, and that was a golden opportunity to at least.
And there you have.
And Bert gets his head up. And Samuel lays it back, and another chance.
That was a very nice attempt. And even on the shot, he was actually wide open.
And LA Stars front goal with Isaiah Pascal taking the shot, and he kicks it wide.
Offside on that play.
I was looking at the official to have raised his flag, but I guess he saw.
And then you have a lovely ball being played.
Oh.
Sometimes your day going bad. Sometimes, you need some help when you're studying.
And that was a lovely header from Aldin Graham, and that was an even better Shamia Dangaben onside. Looking to go one-on-one with his keeper, and it's another team effort. What did it? He gets it back, and it's onside. He misses.
Just above.
I believe if he keeps on doing this and things don't work out, then the LA Stars FC's.
Oh, Cheston just misses.
Both keepers have had to make some excellent saves. I think one thing I have an issue with is that we tend not to use the term world class.
Hi, my name is Glenson Prince, captain and goalkeeper of the Dominican men's senior national football team. We are off to play in the qualifying rounds of the 2022 World Cup. We've only been able to practice and prepare for this tournament by observing all safety protocols, and because Dominica has done such a fantastic job in preventing the spread of COVID-19 here. We want to keep playing football, but without the restrictions of a pandemic. We want to get back to playing in front of large crowds. We want to play for you. Help us get back to full stadiums playing the greatest game on earth. Get back!
Take the vaccine. Take the vaccine. Take the vaccine. This is a message from Tasha P. and the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Dominica.
Everybody loves good news, and Flow's got great news for everyone. Prepaid customers, now you get unlimited talk and more data with Flow's new value-loaded, always-on prepaid plans. And it gets better. Now until March 31st, activate any plan and get 2 times the data. Not a Flow customer? Switch now and get the 30-day plan for only $50 with 50 gigabits of data. That's just $1 a gig. Dial star 129# now to activate a 1, 3, 7, or 30-day plan. Or visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, my name is Mr. Benji, cultural ambassador and lead singer for TK International. COVID-19 has hit my livelihood very hard. No large crowds means no shows. No live performances means no zero. I want to get back to doing what I love, to what you love. Let's get back to 13. I can only get back on stage if we all take the vaccine. Get vaxxed. Mr. Benji said so.
And welcome back to the Stock Farm Sports Complex. We are about to start the second half. My name is Jordan, and I am accompanied by
Daniel Pemberton
and
Alicia Sprints.
That's right, and we are here for the second half between the LA Stars and the Point Michel FC.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to resume.
The score is still nil-nil.
Still nil-nil.
I hope we have as exciting a second half as the first. I think it was very entertaining. There were some very nice saves made by both goalkeepers.
That's right.
And some lovely attacking play. But let's see what
45 minutes left.
we can have here in the second 45.
And we've seen some really superb defense, Alicia's. Some really good defense from either side.
Yes,
Slight drizzle.
45 minutes.
Both teams have defended well, and
social distance.
we just need some goals.
Observing the health protocol.
And then you have a throw-in being won.
I've not seen anybody with mask, but remember, get vaccinated.
I remember.
Get vaccinated. That's the only way we're going to fight against this pandemic.
And the ball being played in.
Stop the
Cheston
goal.
with the uncharacteristic misplay of the ball.
Cheston Fuster just let him down there for a moment.
And then you have a lovely piece of defensive play being made by Jean-Claude, and then the ball is out and has eventually come to good. But
And he hits.
oh my gosh.
And he's down.
And the player is down, but the play continues. And the medics are signaled.
I don't think he intended to injure the player.
Not an intentional
Injure the player. No way, it was just a matter of him shadowing the ball.
We noted that it is illegal to strike or attempt to strike your opponent, who was Mr. Alden Graham. So, however, while it may not have been intentional, I think we saw a clear elbow. Did it look like an elbow to you, Alicia?
At first, it seemed as if it was an elbow, but I give the person in possession, which was the benefit of the doubt. He was just trying to shadow the ball, and I didn't spot no foul play to see.
And that's the thing, is that it's not about malicious. At that point, I don't think he had any intent to hurt the player. However, we have a head injury. We have resulted. So I think if a player does something that creates a head injury, then I mean some kind of consideration to be given. Maybe not a yellow card. Definitely not a yellow card, but definitely maybe some form of sanction. You have a loose pass being played there, and what can be created now?
The run beats man passes to Isa goes down the left, and the passes down the left. It was too hard for Kevin George.
Darren did make the play. We saw that again, and he's being consistent once more from the first half. He's trying to create the opportunity for his teammates to get that.
You can see he's trying to be that spark.
However, I think that ball was just played a little bit too straight. I think the left winger had an excellent position in a wide area. That ball should have come out to the wide area. It was just a little bit too straight.
So you would retrieve and at least try to come up with a cross.
I think if the ball had been played out a little bit wider, he would have been in position. However, the game is being, I think the second half has started off nicely. However, we have some loose passes, and here we have Fitzroy with the pass, and is miscontrolled by Shemaiah. The ball played on there to Fitzroy by Carlisle, and the ball being played by Fitzroy. It's happening.
Cheap attempts to get the ball to his teammates.
And we have a goal kick being called.
On the Point Michel team, they are trying to lob the ball over the top from since first half, but they just can't seem to find that perfect pass in the final third.
Well,
and that is proven to be an Achilles heel at the moment.
I think if you notice that they may have spotted that the LA Stars have very short centre-backs. Well, not very short, but the centre-backs are shorter than the full-backs. So I guess they are trying to go over this, and go straight to goal.
Which is a very good idea, but they just need to come up with that pass, that proper pass.
And then you have a foul being called on the Point Michel team. I think Fitzroy feels a little bit hard done because he did have possession of the ball. However, I think the foul was called against his midfield partner, Dylan Carlisle.
And that was the correct decision.
The foul, I think the foul allowed possession to be won by his team. And here you have the ball being going easily around the defender, but some poor defending and Rick Blaise.
Cheston looking to shoot. Cheston looking to shoot. Cheston looking to shoot. Was that a cross? Was that a shot? I'm confused. Jordan, I'm confused.
Well, the referee called the goal kick. The referee called the goal kick. Goals kick. And again, we have some poor finishing. A shot on target can score. Shot on target. Shot off target does not score. So
both teams need to get something on target. Deron James looking.
And here we have the ball being played in.
Threatening Deron James to Alvin Graham.
I reckon he had to Hakeem John Baptist. He had to move an inch to get
not an inch.
Lovely clearance and spell danger out.
They attempt to counter attack, but that's easily thwarted.
I think Kieran James is also having a good game. That was a lovely good game. And the foul resulted. I think Kieran James did made a lovely play to head the ball back to the goalkeeper. And then the goalkeeper himself, Randall Esri, made a lovely throw to number 17, Kieran George. This seems to be a team of families. But I mean, football is about community, and I'm very happy that football gives young men an opportunity to express themselves. And you have Rick Blaise on the ball. Almost.
The two passes stopped again.
By Jean-Claude.
Very risky two passes on both sides.
No risk, no reward. But the final ball just, and we have some lovely
drive, but that was another perfect interception by
Kieran George. And if you look at the way he made the tackle, he was like, my brother, stop that. Give me back my ball.
No nonsense tackling.
I think someone, if he was a little paler, you might have said Vidic had come down for COVID, but excellent. I think he's having a very good game. Definitely.
Cheston and Deron James linking up. Cheston on the right, looking to cut inside. He slips, but then he gets past Deron and he's struggling Deron to find someone.
Get that pass.
And there you have the ball being played out by Shem. Very nice football being played. Some very nice link-up play being played there out of the back by the Point Michel team. But there's some miscommunication on the front. Again, I think Burt went and the pass went out. So one player was going away from goal. So there you had just some miscommunication leading to a breakdown again.
We have LA Stars in possession. Kevin looking to find Isaiah Pascal on his bike guard. That pass was cut out.
If you saw the pass coming, do you think he would have been a great attempt?
I think that was a beautiful save by Shem. That was, if I didn't know better, I would say Shem is a ballerina. I would not have expected him to get his foot that high, that quickly. That was some very excellent show of flexibility.
Once again, I think defense is really showing itself to be the most interesting thing of the game so far.
I think most important, because the defense have definitely kept the attack at bay.
That's true.
The attacks have created some chances, but again, some excellent play by both goalkeepers and some wonderful defending by Kieran George of the LA Stars and also by Jean-Claude and Shem of the Point Michel team. Fitzroy has also, he just headed the ball there. Fitzroy has also had a very good game. He has done a lot of work in midfield, and here you have Shemaiah being played on. What can he create? I think that was a nice try.
It was half a chance, you would say?
Half a chance, but he did put he was going for the corner.
Yes.
And he missed it by less than 5 meters.
That's true.
So as a coach, and that's something I tell my players, I don't mind you miss. You can miss, I don't want you to. But if you miss by less than 5 meters,
I can work with that.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
You were close enough, especially when you go in for the corners. But here you have Kieran George.
No, that's not Kieran George.
Deron George. And he escaped a number of tackles, and it seems like Cheston has remained to stay on side and is recycling possession for his team.
Darius Prince instructing his players to move into the box, but his pass is another.
And there you have Dylan Kalai again winning the header. Well, the ball from the header from Jean-Claude Jonte with the lovely play out. What can Shemaya create? Good football.
I mean, you have to admire the defense of Point Michel team right there. They stuck together, they kept it moving. They did not allow the total loss of control. Oh, look at that. Excellent football.
Lovely play between the defender and the centre defensive midfielder. I think Dylan Carlisle, I must say, compared to last week, he's having a much better game. I think Fitzroy is a calming presence next to him because he's not under a lot of pressure. He can just pass the ball off to Fitzroy, and Fitzroy is helping him a lot. I think he and Fitzroy have managed the game a lot better than last week.
Certainly a big improvement.
Certainly a big improvement.
What I have observed is that the players are actually staying on their feet to play the game, especially Dylan Carlisle. You know, he's known for that solid tackling and that ferocious sliding challenge that he really doesn't joke with. And today he has managed to be on his feet and doing quite a decent job for his team here today.
Agreed. And then I think you have number 2, Dante Moses. He's one of, I think he's been played a little bit out of position. So the right back on the Point Michel team, here he's on the ball now. You know, I know him to play defense, but center defense as centre back next to Jean-Claude. So I think he's taking one for the team and playing out of position, but I do think he's having an okay game. I think defensively, he's keeping it all right, but offensively, I don't think he's shown himself too much. Here he is with the throw-in that gets to its intended target, but the target makes a meal of it and the ball goes out for a throw-in, it seems, or is it a corner kick? I can't see from my location.
Seems to be a corner kick.
And here we have the ball coming in and it's headed on by Bert and cleared out by Kieran George.
Player shouting for handball, but the referee was having none of that. A long-range effort.
And we have another field goal being scored. I think if we were playing American football, both teams would have about 12 points by now.
True.
We have had a lot of balls going over the crossbar. I don't see why they want to kick the ball over the crossbar and not under the crossbar.
To my knowledge, that's how you score a goal.
Well, over the goal line and under the frame, or through the frame. That is how goals are scored. But it's I think both teams are trying their best. Now the LA Stars just did something as a coach I don't agree with. Why are you restarting the game and your goalkeeper off the field? What if the pass had gone awry? Dangerous.
They would only have themselves to blame.
Only. We are playing a very tight game. I don't think giving your opponents opportunities to beat you in a game like this is a very smart move.
True.
I mean, Point Michel has had the pressure on LA Stars for the last few minutes, and they've been playing defense. What can LA Stars do to get out of that side of the pitch?
I think the thing is, LA Stars normally don't stop playing football anyway. They have a particular style of play, which is we're going to attack you. We're going to try to keep possession and attack you when we can. Here we have possession being lost, and the full ball is played, but Shem again.
Great header.
Great defensive header. I think he's having a very good game. But here he is shielding off the attacker.
Oh,
That's a lovely play.
Moses with the excellent defensive work.
I mean, my goodness.
That was lovely. And there you have Rick Blaise playing the simple pass, keeping possession going.
Alden Graham gets his
And
head
the
up.
ball comes back
finds
to the
Kevin
number
George.
17. What can he do? Cross comes in. Jean-Claude Millien again. And the ball is played up to Bert, but very strong defending being shown there by Denley Joseph. Denley is normally one of the better defenders, more reliable, consistent players for the LA Stars team. He normally gives them 100%, and I think he's doing that again today.
That was some nice play there from Rick Blaise.
I don't like that football though. You have a player giving his all and then you have one player in a rash moment just giving all that hard work away. I mean, you had some lovely play in the middle of the park by Rick Blaise and then in one moment it was all gone.
And I feel that Deron James is trying a bit too hard. He just need to get the ball under control and settle up himself and just get his team going in that attacking
If we have two substitutions being made by the Port Michel FC team, I think that is number 3. Who has gone off is number 3 in the game. Yes, Blake Serra. And the second player is Zonet Ferdinand. We are unable to see who has come in for them. However, hopefully we should be able to tell shortly.
Let me just take some time off to say that the Dominican national team will be up against Panama tomorrow.
At 4 o'clock?
At 4 o'clock.
The game will be aired on channel 308 on DigiPlay and 196 on Flow TV.
So I am asking our viewers to
check in, support. And while the result in the first game was disappointing, Bundesliga, MLS, USL, Ligue 1, English Championship, when the commentators were mentioning the Dominican Republic players, this is what was accompanying their names, the leagues that they played in. And I think for a country that is only amateur level to play against a professional team and basically allow them to score on an error, hats off to the national team.
Yes, kudos indeed.
If I have my only complaint, 80 minutes too late to make us up. And I will say no more. But we are still here at the Stock Farm Complex. We are not in the Dominican Republic. And we have a very interesting game being played between the LA Stars and the Port Michel team. Both goalkeepers had excellent first halves. But I think the LA Stars, and this is why the LA Stars team
Deron James with a chance, and it was a weak effort, a tame effort, and a comfortable save at the end of the day.
But did you notice that the keeper had to hold up? So even if it was a more firmly struck shot, I think he would have made us scream.
Yes,
he would have given us something to write home about. One more time.
Yes.
He's had a formidable game so far.
Definitely.
Akeem John Baptist, number 1 of Point Michel team.
Cheston in possession, looking to do something for his team, looking to...
He's taking on Jean-Claude, and the ball comes in, but Shem, as the defender who is back.
That's a horrible pass.
You know, and I have never heard, I have never actually performed the commentator's jinx, but it seemed I had jinxed young Kalai because he was having a good game. I say he having a better game than last week. He makes a terrible pass. I'm sorry to the Port Michel fans, but then we have a throw-in, which has gone out for
a corner kick.
And that ball is played out by number 23 of the Port Michel team. I think that is...
And that was a great effort from Kieran George, who was sneaking in at the back post and found himself free, but just heading the ball wide off target. Well, that was a real scare for the Point Michel defense.
Well, it seems like the ball got a deflection because it has gone out for another corner kick.
By Deron George himself. And it's in.
And there you have Shem with a very commanding play, but you have offside being signaled up.
And I noticed the LA Stars FC made a change. They took off Kevin George and then they brought on Aldi Volney, who is in the center of midfield, and then I can see that Isaiah Pascal has moved from the right forward position into that left midfield area. So it seems as though the LA Stars FC has gone to a 4-2-3-1 formation, because as we can see, Deron James is that lone striker.
And you can also see, I think there are 4 clear lines on the field. I did not notice it before you said it. However, I did notice the back 4, the midfield 2, the midfield 3, and the one striker.
Yes.
Some very forceful play there by Rick Blaise. And it seemed like advantage was being played, but it didn't seem to materialize. But Matthew seems to be satisfied and play continues. Here you have Kalai again with some strong play, playing the ball out to his teammates. What can he create? Whatever would have been created has been thwarted though, with some lovely defensive play. And here we have...
Deron James is onside because he was standing in his half and he's one-on-one with his man, and that's a lovely sliding challenge by that defender from the Point Michel FC team.
Jean-Claude is a very good defender.
Very good defender indeed.
And here he makes the interception again.
And looking to start the play for his team.
And here you have Perry Charles, who has come into the game. What can Perry create? He's normally... I didn't think he had a very good game last week. However, he has come in today and seems to be want to get on the ball and create for his team.
Perry Charles is a player with a lot of potential, I must say.
And with that pass and control, that control and pass, I think it was evident just how good he can be. But here you have Shem with the very strong defending.
And it's a throw into the Point Michel FC.
And the substitutes tried to link up, but it didn't work on that occasion. And the ball goes into touch for a throw. Alicious, what do you think of the second half? Darren, same question goes to you. What do you think so far?
I mean, certainly not much of a change. What I'm looking forward to seeing is that drop in energy that's going to come around the 70th minute. You know, as gameplay extends, players tend to get tired. At that point, you have to switch up this strategy from being aggressive, as we've seen so far, to something more strategic and measured, which could change the course of the game.
And that's a lovely pass, and again we have the keeper rushing out, being on his toes.
I think the keeper has played the sweeper role. The sweeper keeper has been in full effect today. But before he had to make that lovely clearance, there was a beautiful play and a lovely piece of defending. I think there was a last-ditch tackle to prevent, and then you have Fitzroy winning the ball back to Point Michel and following up and keeping possession. However, the through ball is cut off by the defense.
And both teams are playing quite compact, not giving each other too much time, too much space.
Oh, no.
And you could hear the player balling from miles away.
That wasn't clean.
There was a foul being called. I think that was a very clear foul. Definitely infraction.
And it was worthy of a yellow card in the eyes of the referee.
Well, it's good to see the referees not afraid to exact discipline on the field. You know, there are sometimes the fans say that the referees may have forgotten their cards at home. But I'm showing that he is not afraid to keep the game under control. I think it's necessary.
True.
And we have had a very good game.
Very decent game. Very good game.
So it would be very sad to see it deteriorate.
True.
But the ball is played on by Shem. I think that is one of his few errors. Not errors, but he played the ball out.
And that's a lovely cross.
And then you have another ball being played on by a Point Michel defender. And that has gone out over the goal line for a corner kick.
Corner to be taken by Deron James.
I think both teams are creating more so in the last few minutes. They have seemed to step up the intensity. What do you guys think?
Yes, that is very, very true. And I can see the LA Stars are trying to get something, but the Lapwet defense are being stubborn and not looking to concede. And the referee has pointed for a goals kick.
Well, I think here you have again great miscommunication.
True.
In communication, there are three elements. You have the sender, the information, and the receiver. A sender send the information, which was hold it, don't let it go, and the receiver was like, but my brother off the attacker. And then you have the ball going out for a goal kick when he was right there. I mean, that was not a ball.
Yes.
So just a slight breakdown in communication.
Yes.
Hopefully they will be able to recover and be on the attack again soon.
But definitely something, possibly a critical area. At this point in the game, you really want to secure that goal and pretty much destroy your opponent's morale.
And simple errors, breakdowns in communication, poor passing, loiter, and being too complacent on the ball, making errant passes. These things take away.
Another whistle blow by the ref.
Well, I think the player was very upset and wanted the foul. However, I think the referee was willing to allow the game to play.
Yeah.
Because then you had 4 players around the ball who were able to go to goal. But I think the free kick is a more promising opportunity.
Agreed.
And you consider the tall defenders for the Point Michel team in the box looking to get something on their heads.
And just barely kept in the hand of the goalkeeper.
Well, he bounced the ball, he played a bounce pass to himself off the crossbar. Very brave stuff.
Very brave stuff for Randall Esprit.
And that was a very good free kick, I must say.
It was.
It did find the man.
And that was an excellent header.
Yes.
And again, whenever the goalkeepers have been called upon, they have done the job.
They have delivered the job, Jordan, 100%.
There you have the ball going out wide, but it seems that it has gone over the touchline for a throw-in to the Port Michel team.
And again, it is another free kick.
For a player who a defender, a central defender, he comes forward a lot. He was just playing ahead of his fullback. So if the ball had been lost, he would have been in position to recover it. But it does seem like Dante Moses, here you can see number 2. He has slotted back next to Jean. So it seems like they have a very flowing formation.
Yeah, that seems to move quite fluidly.
Players are allowed to change formation.
And a sub is being made.
And then you have Chester and Prosper coming off. It's very odd that you have players coming off during a corner. But it seems that LA Stars have decided that they are going to make this change for a dead ball situation, sorry, because it's a free kick and not a corner. However, you normally find and then you have Shem fighting for the ball, but it goes off him for a goal kick.
And Raheem Laron has just come on for
Laron.
Chester and Prosper.
Raheem wears the largest jersey number you will see during a game, number 99. And here you have Perry Charles. What can he create?
Oh, that's another great save from the keeper.
And he makes
But
the second attempt.
do you think that the striker should have scored? Because I think he had the
Definitely.
majority of the goal.
Well, that was a great double save. Because the goalkeeper made the first save of Perry Charles and then the rebound came to his teammate and he made a lovely double save with the feet. I think goalkeepers making saves with their feet are always a joy to watch.
Definitely.
And here you have the ball being played on, but
Offside.
being called.
He was offside by, some 10 yards?
And it's been a grueling game for Daron James, who has put his body through the test time and time again.
Yes.
Sprinting across the field trying to get to the ball.
And you know, I do think it's time to put Big Jeff into the game. I think Big Jeff is a player. Who play a sweet lullaby. He would sing a sweet lullaby to the LA Stars team and he would have them dancing away to a 1-0 defeat. But unfortunately, I don't think Big Jeff is on the team sheet. So he can be, because he's not a name substitute, he can be played. But you have advantage being played. Apparently there was, I thought that was a handball by young Jante Kazimi. And then you have Blaise, number 9, trying to win the ball of Shem, but Shem, excellent play.
Veteran striker Rich Blaise coming on, was just came on for the Early Stars SC and looking to at least get that winner for his team, that crucial 3 points, but not with passes like this.
However, I must say that Shem has continued to have a good game. He has not only been decisive in his defensive work, he has also been efficient. Because right there, the ball is on the near side and he just, instead of kicking the ball away, he made the confident play and played it behind his back. Definitely. You call that a Cruyffton. When you're teaching youngsters, you just Cruyffton behind your back. And he just played the simple pass onto his defensive partner. So again, I think Shem has had a very good game. He's keeping his team very tight at the back along with Hakim.
So will you say that Shem is the man of the match for the second half?
No man. David De Gea or Manuel Neuer have to win player of the match.
That looks like a goal. Absolutely a goal.
Goodness me, it's a goal.
And there you have Shemaya Dangoben.
It's a goal from...
There you have Shemaya Dangoben scoring the go-ahead goal.
And that man is he is proud of that. Look at his exuberance as he's across the field. Congratulated by his. It has been a grueling game for that entire team, and they've been putting in for it to finally get that goal. You see the disappointment from the other side.
You can tell from the reaction of the LA Stars goalkeeper, he expected to do better.
Yeah,
I think, and after at the level that he had set, I mean, I was just saying Neuer or De Gea are the players of the match. De Gea let a goal score.
I mean, we see how the consistent pressure that Point Michel has been applying the entire game has finally paid off.
Well, and in the second half especially, they have been applying a lot of pressure to the LA Stars goal. And I guess that pressure has told.
It seems as though the LA Stars defense just went to sleep for a moment there.
Yeah, definitely. And they paid for it.
They paid for it.
Now let's see if this fuels them to try to secure another goal before the end of time.
And here you have Fitzroy again.
With energy, he tries to make that.
And that's a poor attempt there by Isaac trying to find his mind.
Yeah.
And you know, that is the issue we have in the game. You know, you have players not being as alert as the rest of their team and making errant plays and dropping the standard of play mid-play, you know. But there you have the ball, Jante is trying to play around his man and winning the ball back illegally. Very strong play.
I think it's interesting to note how Point Michel has not let up despite just securing that goal. In fact, they seem even more infused and ready to make another attempt.
Deron James here on the right, bursting down, looking to find his man, and it's a great pass from Deron James, and he found Rich Blaise, who had really the goal at his mercy, and he decided to put it in the hands of the keeper, who has been immaculate all day, and that at the end of the day was a great save.
Wow.
By Rick's reaction, you could tell, like, my brother, how you stop that?
What a save.
I mean, that's what we came here to see. That kind of football, that amazing header, he was airborne.
That was I think the diving header was immaculate. The cross was immaculate.
Yeah.
But the
save.
Was and it trumped everything else. And then you have Jean-Claude again.
I mean,
the very short and short clearance. And the ball is trapped in play, but possession is lost to Point Michel. What can they create?
And again, Jordan, how good has Hakim been between the sticks?
He has been amazing. Look at his concentration right now on the field. He's not missing a single thing happening in front of him.
The ball, and as you rightly said, Darren, the play is rotating, he is rotating.
Yeah.
The play goes forward, he comes forward. So I think in that moment alone, it is very clear to see the goalkeeper is, oh my gosh. Then we have a very harsh tackle being made, but the officials decide that, and we even had a retaliation. But I think the referees decided that this was okay, and the game.
And he allows play to go on.
And the ball comes in.
I mean, if we continue to see that excellent teamwork from people like Deron James and Rich
Blaise, by the goalkeeper, and we have Rich Blaise holding off his man and looking to get a shot, but he was well defended.
And the corner kick is given. Very strong defending there by Dante Moses.
And since Ridges came on the pitch, his team has gotten chances.
You said that perfectly.
A lot of chances.
Rich is ready to score that equalizing goal, and you can tell he's always at the front there. He's getting ready to do it. If he continues getting excellent passes like he did from there on James, there's no doubt that he can secure a goal.
And anywhere will do. Anywhere will do.
Unable to keep the ball away from number 99. And there you have some very nice possession being played again.
Wow. Fantastic.
You can see the determination from Darren James.
That's right.
Looking to win back that ball, but the referee spotted an infringement.
That was a foul on Jack.
Yes.
The tackle from behind, I think you can usually find those being caught. And here the ball comes over and is played to the substitute. And
Was that something?
Wow.
Referee says no.
We apologize for any fruitful language. You may be hearing.
Rich Blaze
Rich
gets that.
Blaze failing to get it under control this time.
And, gentlemen, I think he is determined to get that equalizing goal for his team.
You can see the hype in his spirit.
Yes.
Trying to get that equalizer.
I think as a substitute, I think we can, it's safe to say we can call him Ole Gunnar Blaze. But he has come on and he has really tried to create that opportunity. He has even forced the goalkeeper into a world-class save.
That's right. That's right.
And he has had a few other opportunities. There was that shot for the penalty.
That's right.
A short while ago, I think.
And what a great onside header, on-target header that was. Diving on that. That's what people come to see.
And I think the quality of the header was told in two parts of that story. Rick Blaze had his hands on his hips and he was like, oh, goalkeeper, you serious? That is what you did. And then when you looked in the stands, everyone, opposing team and supporting team, everyone was clapping.
Yes.
And then you have the ball being played down the right side.
Darren James in possession again.
And there you have Rick Blaze playing the ball out for a goal kick. It seems that the LA Stars just seem to be a little bit out of sorts. They don't seem to have that clinical final ball as the Port Michel team had found.
True.
Although you could say that if the goalkeeper had kept up his normal high standard, they would have, the score would still be 1-1.
For sure.
And both teams have made a change. We have
Dante Moses has been substituted. He has come off the field. There has been a slight shift.
We have Darius Prince coming off for the LA Stars FC, and we have Jalen Matthew, number 12, looking to get his first touch.
For one, I am very happy to see young Marcus come into the game. He had that severe injury at the end of the first half in the previous game, and it is very good to see him back on the field. So I'm very happy to see Marcus, and here we have a attacking opportunity for the LA Stars. You have a direct free kick. Again, this is a ball that should be placed between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. Put the goalkeeper in a comfortable spot and get your players running onto that ball.
He plays short. Ryan beats his man looking to cross. He gets his cross, and Darren James really should have got something on target, but that effort was wide. And at the end of the day, it proved to be worthless. We have a missed kick here, and
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Equalizing goal, and they managed to equalize the game 1-1. Look at the exuberance on the field. I mean, the excitement is building up.
And again, I have to mention Rich Blaze.
Wow.
With such hard work. That's what you call great perseverance.
But here you have Darren George. It seems that James. He seems to be suffering from some cramp. He was very alert and alive to pounce on the fumble by the goalkeeper, Akim John Baptist, and it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I was just about to mention the unluckiness of the goalkeeper.
And here you have it that both teams have scored from goals where the goalkeepers have
That is true.
let their standard drop.
That is true. And we must mention what a high standard it's been from both of them. Just fantastic goalkeeping. They've really been putting that defense, and to see both of them concede a goal like that. Yeah.
I think it's not a knock on the goalkeepers, but both goals were sloppy.
Yes.
It was below the standard that they had set previously.
Sure.
And it is very disappointing that both goalkeepers have allowed goals to be scored in that manner.
It's almost as if Akim had someone pulling from his shirt because he just couldn't stand up.
Well, he seems to have taken it very hard. He got up after play had restarted and is not in his normal attack-minded position or frame of mind. Let's hope that it does not. And then we have a lovely saving tackle being made.
And look
And
at them,
Rick Blaze in
making
position,
that attempt
and that
again.
was a lovely sliding tackle.
But Michel players love a tackle, and I think that ball had to be played a little bit.
Look
slower.
at that. The attempts are piling up.
There you have the ball reaching Jante Kazimi.
He goes for the goal.
Goes in,
Easy catch. Easy catch.
but the shot was on target.
Yes, it was by Randall Esprit.
Do you think both teams deserve the goal, Daniel?
I think so. And what can Perry create from this opportunity?
Oh.
Shouts for a penalty kick, but the
And then you
referee
have no
was having none of that.
penalty kick given.
Lovely.
Great control by Darren. And he gives it to Rich, who's
And
not
that
there
pass
at the
was
time.
Well, the pass, the final ball, again, you know when you're trying to call that special someone, and instead of hearing them pick up the phone, you hear you have insufficient balance for this transaction. That seems to be what happening on the final balls that the LA Stars have played throughout the majority of the game. Insufficient balance. It seems like they're using all the top up in the midfield and defense, and the ball gets forward, and
I have to admit, I love to see Darren and Rich play together.
Yes,
You know,
they
that's
are
what
having
people
that
come with.
real combination. And that was a lovely first touch here by
Really was
Darren James.
very good. That's exciting football right there.
definitely, I think the touch, again, you have one play that is exceptional and another play that is just not in it. And there you have it again. You have two players breaking in on goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Isaiah is looking
Rich
for
getting
Rich
there.
Blaze.
Can Rich get there before Jean-Claude? And the answer is no.
Great football
And a
match.
throw-in
Great
is given.
football.
However, it may have been questionable if a foul could have been given. And a lovely glancing header, which plays the ball on to Luciano.
That pass was way too hard there for.
I mean, gentlemen, I think it's fair to say the entire place is on its edge. The game is picking up, getting very exciting at this point.
Both teams looking for that winner. No team looking to sit back.
Well, I think both teams have now tasted goal.
That's right.
And
Yes.
know that the goalkeepers are beatable.
That's right. Which is a big change.
However, I think Rick Blaze has made a big difference in the game. I think Fitzroy, and here he makes a wonderful pass, and
Easy touching. Can they get it in? He delays, and he goes for the goal. Yes, they are still contesting. And
at the end of the day, it's just a
what
goal
a great
kick.
attempt. Multiple
Why
attempts
didn't
to
Perry
get
kick the ball?
I think Perry backfire. You know, one of them times in life when it just doesn't work out, you know, you backfire, as my grandfather would say. I think that's what happened to Perry. You know, he got, and it was a wide open. He could have taken it one time, It was a very
Chose
lovely
to control
pass
and
laid
then
on.
the defenders, they
And
came
the opportunity
to
was
block that
gone.
line.
But I must say, Fitzroy made an excellent key pass to play in number 23, and number 23 did the correct thing. Darren James was unable to connect, but he does makes an excellent defensive tackle and gives away a throw-in.
Jordan Alicious, I don't know how he has maintained that energy throughout the game. Darren James has just managed to keep the pressure up.
Well, I do think both teams have a very high level of fitness.
Right.
I think both teams train very well, which is something that Gavin and myself had mentioned earlier in the season, that the level of fitness and quality of play has improved. And the lovely play being made by Perry, trying to atone for his earlier error.
And the defender misses, and a chance. And a block. And a clearance there.
Waiting for it.
Charles was not ready for that pass, but the defender was.
The defender certainly was. Now Perry thought he was ready, but the defender was miles ahead of him.
I think Perry was caught flat, and the defender was wide awake. I think that was a kid in a candy store, and he was very alert to the M&Ms on display. And the ball comes in, but it is easily cleared out, and the ball is played out for a throw in to the Port Michel team. Alicious, have you, to my knowledge, you have played some football before, correct?
Yes.
Normally, when you are playing the ball, and after the ball has gone, and a player tackles you, would you expect to get a foul?
Yes.
Yeah. Another time, my point, Michel stopped again.
You do have some very good defense continued to be played. Both teams are very compact.
Oh, stolen.
Good defense being played on the through ball.
Can he make it? And Darren James, look at him putting his entire body on the line.
Look at that, his teammates busting a gut to
He
come
waits
in
for the
early.
support. He finds Rich Blaise.
But where does he pass it to?
But then that pass was just a little bit too weak, and you have Marcus Breeders trying to find Fitzroy, who is unable to win the ball from Rick Blaise, and Rick plays the ball back onto the
And
wing.
we have Aldi on the left, wide open. He gets it under his control. He plays it across the goal. Oh!
Oh, disappointing
And
finish.
Jalen Matthew just couldn't get his toe onto that ball.
I mean, he extended as far as he possibly could, just could not get that contact with the ball.
I think that was the right play.
That was some lovely play from the Early Stars FC attack.
I think it was very unselfish. The sight by Alden to find the player out wide,
Right.
and then the pass to go in
Right.
to find the wide open player. It just was a little bit too firm and a little too high. But we have a very interesting and exciting game concluding here at the Stock Farm Sports Complex.
Right now, the players just need to be mentally fit.
Right.
And
In defense, and wonderful defense being played there by the Early Stars. I was just about to mention they are very resolute.
Yeah.
They have not given the Port Michel team.
And so attentive. They are waiting for that opportunity. Darren James is at the front with Ridge falling close
Aldi
by.
controls,
Aldi, great
looking
chest
to turn
control.
and hit, but great defending again. And we have been saying that all day. All day.
That chest control by Aldi. I mean,
John Claude was excellent there.
yeah.
He allowed the player to control the ball, but he didn't dive in. He allowed the player to make a first touch and won the ball after that.
That's a lovely one too.
And then you have a lovely 1-2 being played there, and the ball has gone down to the corner on the near side. And Sheffield.
Oh, he hates to lose
his
it like
first
that.
touch just let him down.
You can see the disappointment on his face, but
Should have done better.
Needs to go back to kindergarten. Was a bit poor there.
Yes, Jordan.
I mean, excitement is mounting as the game is coming to a close.
Point shared.
Gentlemen, you have the game
That's
ending.
it. That's it.
And I guess the players felt that we deserve something for our good work. And we have just had the match ball.
I was ready.
So the game has ended, guys.
Wow.
And what do you think of what we just saw?
How exciting. I mean, we saw some amazing football today. I really have to admit. I think the fans will leave very happy, very proud to come and support their teams like that. And they do an equal ending, but great football. I think we saw today.
Both teams were playing for the 3 points, and at the end of the day, I personally believe that the point shared was the right result.
I think that's a fair result for both teams. Whilst I may have thought that the game could have gone either way, I am quite disappointed in both goalkeepers. Not in the way they played, and it's not disappointing against them, it's for them. Because both, you could see that they were both visibly distraught by the goals they were allowed to concede. The goals they conceded hurt them. Because they had very good games. They made a number of world-class saves. Both keepers were excellent. However, the goals conceded were below the standard that they had set for themselves. However, I think overall, it was a very exciting game. Both teams never tired.
I know.
So we had players all the way into the 80 minutes going, running down the sides, trying to create. It was a great game. It was a great game.
Quick question, Jordan. Your man of the match.
I was just about to ask that question.
Well, in my opinion, I have two options, and they are both for the Point Michel team. I would say Fitzroy Benjamin for the link-up work that he did in midfield. I think that is a position that we lack in Dominica, a quality linking midfielder, and I always look out for those guys who link the play well. And then, of course, Hakim John Baptist.
I was expecting that.
I am going to forgive him for the error because it came off the second save, not the first one.
What about you, Alicious?
Well, seeing that Jordan chose from the Point Michel side,
You're gonna have to
I'm
do
going
the
to
opposite.
choose from the
Ellis
Stars side. I was looking at Deron James for
I have to agree.
the entire game, and he was
I
tremendous.
have to agree.
He even got that goal, even if it was a scrappy goal, but he still managed to get it across the line, and that was his job.
Totally.
Definitely. Although I do wish, however, he would have made a... I think the reason why Deron was not my man of the match was that he missed too many important chances. There were too many final balls that he played that went awry. I don't disagree, because I do believe he was vital to the way LA Stars played. And when he got the additional support of Rick Blaise, of
Rich Blaise.
he was significantly
Oh, 100. I could not agree more. The two of them working together, that significantly.
They seem to have that good partnership.
They really do.
And I think that is something the coach need to be aware of and look into.
You could see how they were energized working with each other. I mean, Ridge was running around the field with a smile on his face.
Yes.
After that goal.
And so, Daryl, you have not given us your man of the match.
No, I have to agree. It's a tie between Ridge and Deron.
Yeah.
James, myself. I really have to. I mean, I was just amazing football.
Yes.
Closer. Closer.
So, I think we are going to head over to the...
Ladies and gentlemen,
for the play of the match.
we came to the end of the match
Just to give a final
with a 1-1 draw.
I think, guys, it was
Point
very
Michel
interesting game.
versus
It was very entertaining.
LA Stars. Petro Caribbean Point Michel versus LA Stars. We are about to do the presentation.
The game was very entertaining. I think it was a very good game. However, I think an even result
Put it facing up there.
showed that it was a very even matchup.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the referees had a good game. The players had a good game.
I call
The
on
fans were
Ken John,
entertained. So I am
Vice-
very happy
First Vice President
that
of the
with the way it
Dominican
turned out.
Football
Job well done.
Association to do the presentation.
Well, for the
match
moment,
adjudicator for today.
we are going to go over to the field and take in what's going on there. And we're just having a bit of a hold up while the final details are being finalized. We have the official party, Gerald George, the PRO of the Dominica Football Association, Ken George, the first vice president of the association, there, to make the presentation. However, it does not seem like they are quite ready. Well, Daryl, while we are waiting, overall, I think this is your second game with us, correct?
That's right.
What have you thought of the football so far?
Man, one of my favorite things you said today was how we don't use it in world class enough to describe our players. And that's really the fact that we don't give them enough credit. Some really, really hard-working men we've seen out there today.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you 100%. Our players were excellent.
Yeah.
There were a lot of quality passes, a lot of quality defending.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The defending was phenomenal today.
Phenomenal. The goalkeeping was on a different planet.
Right.
I think if you had watched any other league being played and you saw two goalkeepers at that level, you would be very pleased at the game you would have just watched. So I think they seem to be ready. So we are going to head back onto the field shortly. The man of the match hasn't been decided, however, it seems
Kunta, get Akim for me, please.
so. It seems there may have been a slight giveaway in the man of the match. The master of ceremonies has just summoned the player.
But at least it looks like your prediction was right.
It's been a tough battle here this afternoon between Petro Caribbean, Port Michel and the newly promoted LA Stars. Ending up in a 1-all draw. A lot of goals went a-begging. Just as a reminder, Dominica takes on Panama tomorrow in their second qualifying game for FIFA World Cup. The game is at 4 o'clock. It can be viewed on Flow Channel 196.
I was correct.
And DGTV 308. Your man of the match presentation coming up very soon. And based on the adjudication, your man of the match for today's Port Michel versus LA Stars is Akim John Baptist of Petro Caribbean Port Michel. Both goalkeepers were outstanding today. They kept their team in the game. We want to say congratulations to Akim. He'll receive $100 from the Dominica Football Association. And then Akim, wait to the...
It seems your prediction was right. It was in fact Akim John Baptist.
Well, I mean, young John Baptist was
and
excellent
$100 from Vibian EV. So Akim will receive $200 as man of the match. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing up. During the week, we'll let you know what is going on.
So that's right, sports fans. Please be sure to stay tuned to the Dominica Football Association's Facebook page to be aware of when the next game will be. But for us here at Vibian TV, we want to say congratulations to Akim John Baptist. I think we did something to make his day a little better. We contributed to his man of the match fee. So instead of 100, he goes home with 2. So good job to him. I think he deserved it. He was my man of the match.
Your prediction was right.
So I always like to win. I always like to win. So guys, do you have any closing words before we leave?
I would just like to say that I was very pleased with the game today. I want to thank the supporters for coming out on both sides, and I want to just say thank you to you, Jordan, and Daniel, for being so supportive, and we hope we just continue to do what we have to do.
And I must say the same, Malicious. I think it's been a great experience. I have enjoyed coming out here today. It was a great game. Lovely weather, lovely atmosphere. And in the end, the game ended in a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw, sorry, and I think that was a fair result. It could have gone better. Port Michel could have won the game if not for an error. But in overall, it was well played. The fans were entertained. So well played and well done to everyone.
All right.
Daniel, I'm going to leave the closing remarks to you.
All right.
And guys, I'll be seeing you next week.
All right. I just want to thank all the viewers watching right now on Facebook Live, and all the technical crew that gets together to make this all happen. And big thanks to everybody watching. Till the next time, Alicious, Jordan, thank you very much.